Oh, hey there, guys. How are you today? This is just specifically making a video to introduce the part two if you watched the first one of this Ford E150. If you've watched it, you know we've done a few things. Now we're moving to the brakes. And what I, sh- what I should have done, I'm trying not to spoil too much because while it may not be very interesting, it took me an abnormally long time, almost to the point where it should be inducted into the Guinness World Book of Records for the longest brake job on one wheel without any type of like seized parts or broken parts happening. You'll see. And got pretty frustrated towards the end there. About lost my cool towards the end. Uh, One thing I did notice, what I should have done was I should have recorded both sides and used the second side and acted like I knew everything about it. But fact of the matter is, I even mentioned it before in some part of the video where I've never done rear brakes on these E150s. I've done dually. I think I've done dualies on the E350s, but not the single axle E150s. So a few things I did notice when I went on the other, and by the way, it took me less than half the time to do the second side. And, you know, that comes with it, having the knowledge, having the experience, having the right tools, knowing, you know, how it all goes together, comes apart type of deal, which it's a very generic disc brake system. There's nothing really too fancy or finicky with it. But a few things I did notice that was holding me up that I didn't see on the first break was the shims that were with the aftermarket kit. Which, by the way, I meant to mention in the video, but it's a Car Quest Weaver wherever brakes that we put on the pads. And what I noticed was the shims were a little bit longer than what the brake caliper bracket was. So what was happening in this video on the first side that I did was if you push that shim, it would push all the way, you know, to the other side, and there was just a little bit hangover, and you couldn't get the actual pad on it with the caliper on the hub, the axle. So that was one thing I didn't notice the first time. And another thing was where the spring went, where the indentions on the pads were and where the spring actually went, because for some reason only one side of the pads had this longer indention hole for the spring, and I didn't, and then I don't know if they were OEM, but the ones that I took off only had one specific spot. And obviously, that's where, you know, you would put it. And I was caught up in the fact that it would go, my theory was that the deeper hole was where you would put one side, and then the other side where the only one hole was, you put the spring on the other side, and it would, my thought was like, oh, okay, well, it actually causes more spring tension to keep the pad from rubbing. I was totally wrong about that, by the way. And I'm trying to think if anything else I noticed. I don't want to spoil it for a little later because there's a little bit more. It's going to be another video after this one because this one is so daggone long. And with all the recordings I had so far, it was going to be like over 2 hours, and I didn't feel like having that long of a video. And I understand, and I have no qualms with it, is that, and I do it a lot myself, I put on a long YouTube video in the background while I'm playing a video game or reading or, you know, looking stuff up on the internet or social media or something. And I'll just have it in the background, look and listen when something catches my attention or whatever. And I understand. And in fact, I think that's all right to be, you know, some type of mediocre long kind of content videos like that, and that's what people do because, you know, we only have a certain amount of time in a day, and we have to multitask. But anyway, I'm going way off in the weeds, but that's about it. I just wanted to say that it is embarrassingly long, and I apologize. And guess what? The best thing about it is that we learn together. And that's what humanity is about, togetherness. And that's how it should be. And we learned something new together in this video. And what is better than knowledge? Knowledge is power, as what was it, Reading Rainbow used to say. But thank you for watching. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. And thank you for watching. Oh, that was not a good transition. All right, we're at the rear brakes. I've never done one on these E150s. I don't believe so. I've worked on an E350 quite a bit, but I don't know if I ever done the rear brakes on it. Anyway, since we're just doing brake pads, we're not going to worry about taking the caliper bracket off. I'll try to since it's so big and away from the rotor, I'm going to just clean it up as best as I can. The bolts that hold the caliper on are a 13, and these are I'm not even sure what exactly they're called, but what I would say is they're a slot pin type. Let's see if I can get in the view. So the bolt goes into a slide, and the slide is what moves around. So the bolt tightens it, and then the slide has all the slack and adjustment. Unlike Chevy, that uses a whole pin that is also the bolt that connects it to the caliper bracket. Now, I took it off first because I wanted to make sure I had the right pads, and they do look like they are correct. So let me just get into it. Now I'm using my mic, so I'm hoping everything will come out right. I see that these brackets, no, not brackets, but these like torsion pins or whatever you want to call it, they go into the actual brake pad. This one was already up here, so something either didn't get installed correctly or somehow or another didn't work out right. Anyway, as you can tell, these pads are almost non-existent. Let me go get a flathead screwdriver just to help get things off. This is interesting. I'm not too sure what would be the best way to go about it. I guess let's take it off this anchor point. Since these are old, well, let me make sure. I believe we got all the hardware. And we do. Good job. All right. So we can just essentially just kind of bend and break these off if need be. Interested. It goes down in there quite a bit, huh? All right. Oh, there we go. Okay. I got you. Oh, so it hooks. It hooks around. It's good to know. I would have been fighting and bending for no reason. Still a little chilly out. It's supposed to be warmer today. I see the sun's finally trying to peek through. There we go. I'm interested to know how hard it's going to be to get all this back together, especially the way this thing is made. I did bend this. This was me. The shim, that was me taking the caliper off because it was taking it with it for some reason. I think, yeah, there's some notches on the back that was holding me up on the... I should have pushed the caliper in some, but I was too much in a heated debate to see whether or not I got the right pads or not. What a pain in the butt. There we go. Yeah, I'm interested to see how simple all this stuff will go back on. I know Hondas are pretty simple, easy to do. Yeah, okay, let's see. Since I messed the bottom up, I gotta take the... let me get in the camera. I'm sure you can see there is, I mean, the smallest amount of pad left. I told the customer when he came to grab the tank that he maybe had 500 miles before he was grinding them down to nothing. The fronts aren't that great either, but I don't know if you can see, but this is almost completely flat on this side. Here, I'll try to get you in the camera. Has no lip like over on the other side. So that's good. The rotors feel clean. I'm not saying they're not warped or anything. I've only driven it a little bit, but they look clean. They seem flat. Got a little bit, I mean, a slight ridge on the outside. Maybe one on the inside. Hard to see, but I'm just looking to see if I see a Ford symbol. See if this is an original rotor or not. I don't know. I don't believe it is. It looks like it was a painted rotor. The way that the hub area is. Alright. Let's throw all this stuff away. I don't know how much brake pads are worth as far as scrap metal, but I usually always put them in the scrap metal because it is a pretty thick piece of steel. Let's I don't know if I want to use a file. Sometimes I use files. A lot of times I just use a wire brush, which I think is exactly what I want to use this time. Some of these poor wire brushes have just the slightest amount of steel left on them. Should just throw them away, but in some little cases, I'm like, well, I don't care about it getting damaged any more than some of the newer ones are. Or, you know, I don't want to use a newer one and damage it all up, putting it in a spot or doing something with it. So I'll use an old one that's got like less than 25% of the bristles on it. Normally, well, I might do it. I'll just put it on the shims. I was going to say I might not even lube. Put lube where the shims contact the caliper bracket. But I think I will. I'll just put them on the shim first. I usually don't keep the bracket on since it's such a bigger vehicle. Got plenty of room to work with. Let me get my let me get some brake cleaner, and we'll get the brake grease Spritz it a little bit. We'll let that dry. We'll go get our pads and our hardware. I'm assuming the hardware is ambidextrous, just like all others. We'll find out. One thing I noticed on this vehicle, I had seen it before when I was doing a look over during the first video, is inside it says that it has a second battery. I said, okay, cool. I will look for it since we're, we need a battery because the truck will, wouldn't start or anything by itself. So I went looking. I didn't see it. I was thinking it was on the inside. Well, this morning I found out that it is under the vehicle, not inside the vehicle. Try to do a little research. And oh, now I done messed up. I can't remember. I believe it was that way. Let me go look at the other side real quick. Yeah, that's how it goes. It puts a little tension, this little bracket right here, puts tension on the caliper itself. But it is hitting. Am I doing something wrong here? Oh, you know what? I had it reversed. Duh. I'm just a man, guys. I'm just a man. See, now that's what I'm wondering. Now, since we got that on, let's double check. We'll grab 2 more. So, are they all exactly like that? It's always good to double check, guys. I should have checked when I took it off. But I'm being a little ambitious. Yeah, they're all the same. Nothing to worry about there. Okay, so anyway, talking about the battery. I found it. It's under the vehicle, the second battery. And I did a little research. And from what I could find out, it's an auxiliary battery since, emergency vehicles use Ford a lot. They put an extra battery, auxiliary battery. But I couldn't find, and then I saw where, people use it as campers and whatnot, and it helps with trailer lights and whatnot, and I shouldn't have threw those brake pads away. I need to compress the caliper. Yeah, I think this is actually one of them. And I was trying to figure out what would this vehicle need it for, and I honestly don't know. Unless it was just a special package. The guy that now owns this bought it from another guy that owned the business, and I believe he said, the price he said he paid for it was definitely used, even for being 10 years ago. But I was just trying to see basically how it tied into it, and apparently into the normal electrical system of the vehicle, the van, and I couldn't find too much about how. There's a solenoid that once when the vehicle's on, the alternator will charge it, blah blah blah. But I was just trying to see, how it would connect with. I can't word myself right. Word with everyday use, And from what I could understand and find out was that it's, just a normal auxiliary battery. It's going to charge with the alternator. I was just mainly worried that it might try to pull from the normal battery, but it doesn't seem like it. It seems like it's only really used when the ignition is off. You know what I should have done, but it's okay. Actually, let me see if I can. I don't know if my step stool is tall enough for me. Oh yeah. I'm just going to take the cap off the reservoir. Well, not off, but just unscrew it so it's not tight. Try to help with pushing. I don't think it helps at all, honestly, but it makes me feel better about it. The caliper's a little stiff, but it is going in. Oh, I wanted to use my strong hand, my left hand. Take my strong hand. For people that don't know, that's a movie quote. I'm not just being a little weirdo. On the other side, I should be able to use my left hand. So I just gotta fight through using the right now. Okay. We're pretty flat. We're pretty compressed. I think we're good enough for new pads to go in. Even though a C-clamp is just as good as other compressing tools, I don't have any other tools. Man, I should have. Oh, I should have turned the air compressor on. Oh well. We will just use brake cleaner. But yeah, I've wanted to get myself a nice caliper compressing tool. But that one C clamp I use, the one that I just used, I really like it. I thought I broke it, or what was I doing? I think it was something with a ball joint one time, and I thought I like ruined it, but I just straightened out the threaded shaft, and she's still working. But if anybody knows, don't breathe that in, guys. I know rules for thee, not for me. I'm just saying, take caution. Breathing in any type of dust is not good. Try not to hit the lens area. You know what I should do? It might actually help me out too. Got a little light. I don't think it necessarily has a bar to tell you how bright you are, but well, that helps me out a little bit. Thanks for holding the light, guys. Helps me out on that side anyway. So let's go ahead. We will put a little. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's finish the caliper up first. I can't really see. There we go. A little bit. So if any of y'all know these Ford vans more than I do, let me know. About the secondary battery for just a normal one. I mean, I'm assuming it's just an option that some people can get. Come on, get over there. There you go. Oh, it looks dry, but put it there so I know which way it's orientated. I don't know if I want to take it out or not. Is it all one rubber? Can't be. Right? It is. Highly interesting. I don't believe any of the other ones that I've seen with these slot pins are like that. It's all one rubber boot from end to end. On this, I mean, I can see light through the other side. Huh, okay. The ones I've seen, it's just a boot, or, a separate boot on each end. And this slides in, and, you can take the boots off, grease the inside of the pin chamber, as I'll just call it. Huh. That's actually probably not a terrible design, Ford. I will give you credit where credit is due. Honestly, I don't even think this thing needs any lube. I'll just lightly put some on. This design, I mean, sure, you can get rust in the rubber boot and it'll rust up, or at least hinder it from moving. I'm just shocked. There's like literally no signs of lube. I don't know, man. I mean, if those boots break loose and let something in, you'll definitely eventually have issues. I don't know, though. I mean, that's just, I don't know. Like I said, it's the first time I feel like I've done one of these. I don't recall. Ever doing one. And I'm kind of having a feeling that you don't need to. Hard as it is to get this pin on this lip. Let me see if I can get a rag. In any case, if it doesn't need it, putting some on isn't going to hurt it. And this is becoming to be a pain. Well, no, I do see a little bit of grease inside the boot and the ribs and whatnot. Man, I tell you what, ain't nothing wrong with these boots. Alright, get these stupid wrenches out of my way. In hindsight, maybe I should just put the grease in the boot. That way I'm not getting messy. In fact, let's just go ahead and do that. I don't know how much I'll be able to get in. These boots are quite a feat as far as the lip goes. I'll go through the other side now. Let me take this out for this falls out, and I'm chasing that halfway around the country. I got a little bit too much on this girl this time. That's okay. We'll just take what's left with us. Yeah, I have a feeling it's probably the better option, but we're still going to have a fighting issue with this daggone boot. There we go. Definitely helps to have a better view, better sight. There we go. I'll just wipe this. That was probably all minute and in vain. Gonna need some new caliper grease here soon. That old jar's lasted me a good little while. What have I done? I feel like I can't remember what it was. Kind of getting deja vu of something I've done on a work vehicle for a company. Man, I wonder if I could just do that. No, let's just go ahead and take it out and glue both sides like we should. No sense in not doing it the right way the first time. As my grandpa told me when I was young, if you're going to do something, do it right the first time. And another thing about doing things is, it's for all. He was speaking about homework, but I put it to my life a lot. Do the hard things first, do the easy things last. Now, everyone's up for their own interpretation, but for me, I guess kind of meant to me that you can get the hard stuff out the way, and then you can smooth sail towards the end. And like I said, I've applied it in all my life basically, and this is how I like doing things most of the time, because you do the things that suck and it's hard to do at first because you don't want to do it at all anyway. But then when you do it, you just kind of just smooth sail your way through everything else, and then before you know it, you're done. All right, there you go. Come on. There you go. Something I don't understand about like these express vans, these econo vans, they never give you enough room on these rear brakes, man. And the top pins or the bolts for the caliper and the bracket always too long to get out. You always bust up against the leaf springs. I do not know why that is. You would think, well, I think a lot of things, but people that make them don't care. Like I said earlier, they don't care. So I don't even know why I care about saying anything. I guess to make noise, because I definitely don't like to hear my own voice. I know, yeah, we can get to the top. That's what let me do. I'll finish this. I'll just record this side, and then I'll do the other side by myself. And before I put the tires on, I'll adjust the e-brake. The e-brake actually worked pretty good when I got it unstuck. I don't know if I had that in a video or not, but I was trying to figure out why the ABS light was flickering on and off sometimes. And I went to hit the e-brake just to see if the switch was working and if the brake was working itself. And the pedal got stuck, and I got worried. I was like, oh man, what did the mechanism like get hung up in the drum? Well, not drum, but well, kinda. The e-brake. And come to find out, I guess the e-brake was just hardly ever used in this thing because it was the actual pedal that was stuck. I got it unstuck, and everybody lived happily ever after. I'm not right-handed. This is like, I didn't do too bad. I know where I live, this is a little bit excessive. A lot of people don't even care about lubing most brake components around where I live. But it's good practice. What am I doing? What am I doing? What do we need next? We need brake pads. Now let's see if these pads are ambidextrous. We'll pull 3 out. They don't have wear bars on these pads, which I noticed on the ones that were on it did not either. And yeah, they all just look the same. So let me. How much trash do I have? Get some of this paper and trash out the way. Now, what some people like to do to kind of keep jagged edges from happening on their rotors, especially if they're new, they'll use a piece of like sandpaper. I don't know. But as you can feel, well, I guess you can't feel it, but it's pretty gritty. And I don't know, pretty gritty. So what I like to do, and people do this too, is you just take the pads once when you know you got the right ones and just rub them together. I like to go in circles, go straight back to back, kind of keep doing this, go up and down. Now, given this is a used rotor, I mean, I don't know how to say it. Not that I don't care, but, and not that it would really probably matter too much, but it's just something I've always done. Well, let me wipe it clean for you. Then I'll try to let y'all hear. Yeah, you see, well, I guess you maybe not can't see, but a little metally looking. All right, well, that didn't prove a point. But anyway, it does. It feels more flat. Take my word for it. Take my word for it. What I'm doing now is I'm just putting a little dab of grease in the notches. Around here, it can be considered a little excessive, but it is what it is. I watch a guy that owns a shop in New York. Oh, my. Let me double check. Yeah, they look exactly the same. The ones that were on it are a little less a little, like, I don't know how to describe it, thinner or whatever. Anyway, I watched this guy up in New York, and they have to deal with all types of crazy stuff. Oh, if this isn't just interesting. I know I could probably get this side in, right? Of course. Is my shim not high enough? It's in. Oh, this is one reason why I usually do take the caliper bracket off. I always find myself fighting. Oh, you know what? This is what it is, my big dummy brain. Well, it's still not helping very much, is it? Of course, yes. Pull the stupid shim with you. Okay, I think I see the issue. Is this, it's kind of keeping it from actually seating properly. And then now, since the upper one just got a little bit of a tab, just a little bit of a tab, need to get out of there. And also, I got to remember to, what? Sorry, guys, I'm just, okay, that makes sense. So, the holes for those, that's weird, man. Let me go look again. Yeah, I'm wondering if these, I don't know, almost 200,000 miles. I mean, I guess it could technically be OEM, but I don't think they're the originals. So, what I was looking at was, one end just has this decent sized circle. Other end has an actual slot for those spring clips. And it seems to be the same on all of them. And it is. So, what I think I will do, and that's the thing, they don't tell you, anything about why, the design they made this like, just slightly different. Let me make sure they're all on the same side. And they are. They are all on the same side. Everything is orientated the same way. I wonder if I have. I'm just going to go see if I can find the second pad. I don't think I will. The other one flew off into the ether somewhere. And the mess that is this metal pile. So I think what I'll do is I'll do exactly what I have. Let me get the one that I've already greased up. So this one I don't know if you can see, has a notch up here. This has a notch down here. So I think that's what, I wonder if, is it possible to, let's see if you, okay, okay. I think I get it. I don't know why they made it like that, but I think I understand now. I think. What I don't understand, it's usually the inner ones that give you problems. Yeah, well, this is what I get. I usually take the caliper bracket off because I always have a hard time getting these pads on while it's on the vehicle. I mean, we're like almost there. There we go. Where's my screwdriver? Well, I guess I need to. I'll just start them on this on these tabs. Well, I say that, but they're basically started already. All right. So that's that. So I think I understand the design. I don't know why they didn't just put these longer holes on both sides. But anyway, me thinking and what is can be two completely different things most of the time. So I'm wondering, do I need to get this one out of my hand? Kind of hard to do something when you got things in your hands. Yeah, I was wondering how you would actually put these things on. I'm still wondering. I don't know. Do I just need to like punch it in there? I know, guys. It's amateur hour. Oh, there we go. It is amateur hour right now, and y'all got the front seats. See, this is why most people don't even put these things back on. But I'm not saying that to tell you not to. There is a purpose for them. So put them back on, guys. Man, this is almost worse than a daggone drum brake. Lord have mercy, child. Yes, can you please just go in your home? Are we in? Ah, finally we're in. All right. Only 3 more to go, guys. Well, don't worry. I'm just recording this side. I probably should have done one side and then recorded the second side so it looked like I knew exactly what I was doing with these brakes. But you should always be authentic. Be you. And be all that you can be. There's nothing wrong with the Army and using it as a career. No, that wasn't a segue to anything. It was just me talking out the side of my dome piece. Okay, why won't you move? Is it this guy? Do you want him to come up too? Yeah, here we go. Come on. Perfect. Great. Grand. Wonderful. Ah, I hate these stupid things. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, no, I don't actually want to take you out. Actually, you know what? I wonder if that's actually the smartest idea. Oh. Alright. We didn't drop on our pad, so we didn't damage it, so that's a good thing. And we'll just... Son of a gun! Please! What is wrong with you? Here. You just leave it out. I don't know, guys. I can see why people... Oh my god, dude. Yes, just get in there. Oh, for Christ's sake. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I want the pads to be in there first. I want them to be in there first. So once when I get the pins in there, I can just slide the caliper in. Just slide it in. Great. Now what? No, that ain't working. That ain't working. Lord have mercy. Did it go in? No, we're just sliding the shim. Cool. Oh, I think I see a slight issue. Is the shim, I believe, is being torqued by this other caliper. Well, since that one seemingly wants to move, let's just use that end to Yes, and you wonder. It's always the simple jobs. Something that should take 30 minutes or less. Am I like not seated in here correctly or something? I really need to be out here on the bottom one, but then I can't. I think I see another issue. Both the shims have removed. Oh boy, this is something else, my friends. I don't know if they were causing any issues or not, but let's just get them out the way. Here we go again. San Andreas style. My shims are not working as they should. Oh my god, oh my goodness. Alright. Back to reality. Okay. You know what? I just had an idea. Since these things are being so much of a pain, never had it. Here, let me get a smaller one. Never had to do this because usually those little torsion clip things aren't this much of a pain. Sure, they can make it fly out, but the whole setup, I mean, I know it's aftermarket. Here. Try to fly off now. Okay. Seriously don't understand how any of this freaking works. Where's all the way down there? Alright, well, we're in up on the other side. Okay. Now what? That's why I wanted to put this in first. Because I knew it was going to be a pain. I don't know. Like something just doesn't, this just doesn't seem feasible. Oh, okay. So this side is right, this side is not. Of course, Gotta use my right stupid hand. So it's supposed to go on the inside there. And it does. It looks kind of crazy. How is it? Oh my goodness, man. How in the absolute world, dude? Well, according to the other side, and there's just no way. It must be because the pads are so flat. It's got to be that. Let me go check the old. Well, I guess I can just go over here maybe and see. No, not really. Yeah, they're all the way up towards here. So I don't even know what that notch is for. So this is what it's supposed to be like. I don't get it, dude. I mean, I get why they're there. I just don't get the whole design. The stupid part of the video is what it is. Let me see if I get in there. I'll probably start on this side. In there. In there. Yeah, you can't do nothing. So let me do how I want it. Yes, I know. There you go. Are we in? It reminds me of somebody made a meme on a comedian, but it wasn't about how I said it. He said something completely different. Someone took a hunting video of a guy. Oh my god, dude. And he had shot some deer, hit him with a bow or something, and he was really excited. And I can't even see nothing. And the guy, like I said, either it was bow season or hunting season, or really, oh, that's dead. All right. Anyway, he shot this deer. He didn't know if he had actually hit him, and he was hunting with somebody. I'm assuming a friend, and he's like, and somebody superimposed Tom Segura's face on him, and then had him like, AI or whatever, do his voice or his facial expressions. And the guy's like, "Did I hit him? Did I hit him?" Oh shoot! I gotta go under. My goodness, and you still barely got room. I'm telling you guys. I hate designs. I hate the way they design vehicles. Pushing the pins back so we can slide it back on correctly. Is that lined up? Doesn't really seem like it. Oh man, I made a boo-boo. See, this is what I'm talking about. Why does it have to be so close to the leaf springs where I can't get the bolt in it after I've set everything up? Now I gotta play some type of charades with my own hands and whatnot. Being a crazy wannabe ventriloquist type. And it's barely even enough room. There we go. Now what are we stuck on? My stupid hand hit the bottom pin. Alright. Yeah, we're definitely not going to record the other side. Even though it probably will go a little faster. There we go. Now this was a learning experience for me too, guys. So there you go. It's not wanting to go into the hole. Oh boy. What a life. I'm just going to screw this top one in a little bit. That way it won't try to loosen up or we lose the pad somehow. I seriously don't understand what's going on here. Screwdriver at. Maybe if I can. Can't see anything. It's like it needs to go up and over. Oh my goodness. My feet hurt. I'm tired, boss. Like Mr. Peanut, I'm tired, boss. All right, boss. Look how little room you get. Absolutely ridiculous. Where is this screwdriver at? There we go. Oh. We'll draw it in. Hope that it's good. Yeah, I feel right. I see why these weren't tight very much. The bolts holding the caliper on were not very tight. Plus, they're not a very big bolt anyway. All right, guys. That is that. Glad you stuck around for an hour to do this stupid brake job. The other side shouldn't take this long. But anyway, I'm not going to record that side. After I do that side, we got to do the front wheel bearings, tighten them up. And then after that, check the doors, the radio. That should be it. All right, I'll see you on a little bit.